These seeds will take about 6 to 10 days to germinate. They can germinate a bit earlier, but on average, cabbage seed takes about 6 to 10 days to germinate. Welcome back, guys. Today I'll be going in with some cabbages. I'm going to start sowing my cabbages in mid-July for my first set of fall sowing. Then I'll be going back in August, mid-August, for that second batch of cabbages. Why I'm doing it this way, if I should go in now, I will get some early cabbages, and then now I will have cabbages falling all the way up until our first expected frost there about here in mid-December. If it's later than that, it's no later than the first or second week of January, because January is our coldest month in the winter here in Central Florida. So that's when we get some real cool weather down in the 30s, which can harm your plants. So I have a golden acre cabbage here. I went in with these last year and this spring also, past spring, but I have some. These are some giant cabbages which I'll be trying out. So I'm going in with these Sapporo. I will only be doing 6 of each, and then for the next sowing I will go in with another 6 of each. So I have some red cabbages here also. I'll be doing these. And these are the premium flat Dutch. These are the flat Dutch that you guys saw in my no-till garden before I destroyed it. These were the cabbages that were in it. These are very heat tolerant. These can push you back. If you sow them in December or January and you're going to run them throughout the spring in Florida, these will all the way up until June, and April, May is when we start getting that heat again here in Florida, and these normally push through those times. So these are a good set of cabbage for Florida, Central Florida, that is. I can vote for that one. It's the premium flat Dutch. Code for that one, it's a premium flat Dutch. You can try it if you want a cabbage that lasts a little bit later than your spring months, maybe 3 weeks out, even a month out. These definitely will go, and you guys saw them in my garden past spring, and they went all the way up till late May. That time of year, we're very warm here in Florida, so it is one to try. Also, guys, here the tomatoes are coming along very well. Most of them are in the growth phase now because they have passed germination stage and they're leafing. The bell peppers are a bit slow, but they're coming along also. So we're going to do some cabbages now, so let's go. For the cabbages, if you guys have any experience with cabbage or have ever planted cabbage before, you know that cabbage, they don't like to move around a lot. So when it comes to cabbages, Brussels sprout, broccoli, anything in that family line don't like to be transplanted a lot. So because of that, I'm going to be using these degradable containers, planting containers, to put my cabbages in. And when I'm doing my broccolis and Brussels sprout this fall, I'm going to also be using these containers, because with these, I don't have to disturb those plants. They will be able to have a fast start when I'm transplanting them, because all I'm going to be doing is just put these into the ground, and the roots will just enter the soil and they continue growing. So the better for your cabbages, broccoli, Brussels sprout, collard greens, whichever of those leafy green type, try not to move them around too much. Well, we have some water on top of this. I'm going to just turn it into my starter mix here. This is rainwater. Just turn it into the starter mix. Get a little head start from it. So we're going to go with our degradable containers, and we're going to half them. We want strong root. We want deep enough root for our cabbages. I'm just going to go halfway in, or 3/4, so like this. I'm just going to squeeze them down, and then after we drop the seeds, we're just going to cover them with some more dirt or some more. You can look at my video with my starter mix, make a starter mix, or you can buy your starter mix. Nothing is wrong with you going and buying your starter mix. But when you're sowing, don't fill the containers all the way up with starter mix, then put the seed on it and then there's nothing to cover the seed, and then the plants start growing leggy. That's how you get leggy growth, especially from your tomatoes and peppers. So you want to half these containers or these cells that you're putting in your seeds in, drop your seed, and then you cover them about half an inch. Most seeds can deal with an inch of soil or whatever medium you're putting them in to germinate. Half an inch is that sweet spot whenever you're going in trays or containers. You won't miss with half an inch. I'm going to go in now with the Sapporo Giant. These are some very large cabbages. I think I'm just going to be putting these into grow bags. Wow. So I'll be dropping 2 seeds per container. I just want to space them a bit. And this is my first time also growing these. Let's drop one more there. So that's 4 of these. And come mid, I'll be going in with 4 more. It's much like succession planting I'm doing with these cabbages. We want cabbage to serve us throughout the fall month going all the way into winter. So I'm gonna label them and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some dirt on top. We have 4 here to go. Don't forget we're gonna be just placing more starter mix on top of these. Don't like the way these are packaged, but I already bought them, so to use. I think the Baker's Creek, if you're looking for seeds, you won't lose from the Baker's Creek. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just letting you guys know something good that you can go and try. That's all. So this is the red. We're going to label our cabbages. These are the flat Dutch that I planted last, what you call it, spring. We're going to be doing some. And they didn't get barky or bitter on me when the warmer month came about. So definitely I'll continue to plant these cabbages. Feel like I'm getting some raindrops, so let's hurry up. So the rain is coming, so let me just the camera and put away my seeds and get back to you guys. If you need to start sowing your seeds anywhere about now mid-July going back until August. If you're in a zone like I am, if you're up north, you should have been going in with your cabbage seeds, starting them indoors already. Cabbages normally take they normally tell you that cabbages take between 60 to 100 days, but on average, cabbages take 85 to 90 days to mature. Most cabbage. Outliers, the larger cabbages, will go up to 120 days. Old timers will tell you that those cabbages are like pigs. Why you always hear they said those cabbages are like pigs? Take 3 months and 21 days to give birth, and those cabbages takes almost the same time as a piglet to be birthed. So when you hear they tell you that those cabbages are like pigs, that's what they're talking about now. You can go ahead now, start your cabbages, and if you want to do a succession, 3 to 4 weeks time, earliest 3 weeks time. Cabbage succession or tomato succession, it cannot be a week after. When you hear the gardeners telling you that they're doing succession planting, a week apart don't make much difference. So if you're going in for succession planting with cabbages, it is 3 to 4 weeks apart for it to be effective. And now that we have all our cabbages labeled, we can go in. Let me just show you what's happening here. This is as much as I fill the containers with starter mix. So I'm going to go now and put half an inch of starter mix over this. And that is good for these cabbages. It is not even as much as an half an inch, but I am going to call it an half an inch. Don't go more than half an inch. And when you start sowing like this, you're going to realize that you have more success and less loss. So simple as this. We don't have to tap down because the first set of starter mix that was in it, I've already pressed down on that. So that is compacted. We rest the seeds on top and then we put a fluffy mix, which is the same starter mix. We put a fluffy mix on top and that is good enough. Whenever it is watered in, we'll just go right down and the seeds will start germinating. Remember, in germination process, it's a root that comes out first. So it's that main root or that top root that comes out first out of the seed before you start seeing any form of leaf or growth. So here we are all set. We have 18 containers with cabbage seed, 2 seed per container, but I'll be calculating these as a cabbage or 1 plant per container until I see what happens after the growth phase starts. Sometimes you have to pull out some if they are not strong enough. Other times you will have healthy cabbages where you can plant everything. From seed to transplant, cabbages normally take 4 to 6 weeks. Nothing is wrong if you keep them in there up to 8 weeks. Try not to go beyond 8 weeks with your cabbages in their start containers before you transplant them. They will start to get leggy on you and they will blight a little bit. These seeds will take about 6 to 10 days to germinate. They can germinate a bit earlier, but on average, cabbage seed takes about 6 to 10 days to germinate. You will see that phase starting about day 5, but let's just be safe. 6 to 10 days. If after 14 days you're not seeing anything within your sowing containers, you can go ahead and repeat sowing. But 6 to 10 days is that sweet spot that you're looking for your cabbage seed to germinate, no matter the variety you're giving them. Between 6 and 10 days, and anything after 14 days you can start to double things. So I'm just going to go ahead and give a light water, because last week when we sowed those tomato seeds, I haven't put a drip or a drop of water on them since. So gardeners, almost wherever you are now, if you're in my climate, it's perfect time now for you to start your cabbages from seed. Don't wait until you see that thumbnail when to plant or what to plant in this month, or else you're going to be too late. You normally see those thumbnails when the damage is already done. You want to start from seed, now is the time to go ahead and start from seed. So whenever you see Countrymarro pops up with that thumbnail saying what to plant in October, you are ready with me. So start from seed. I went in with tomatoes a week ago. You still can go in with tomato now, cabbages, and something else is coming up next week. But now is the time to start sowing your seed. Start preparing for your fall garden. And just a reminder, you don't need to fertilize your seed when starting them. The tomatoes, they are about 7 days now, 8 days now since I've sowed those seeds, and I've still not gone in with any form of fertilizer in my tomatoes as yet. Next thing, we always hear that cabbages needs a lot of nitrogen, to get those big leafy growth for them to start falling. However, don't starve your cabbages of phosphorus and potassium. Those are also important in the growth stage before falling or even during foliage. Those are important for the cabbages also. So do not over fertilize your cabbages with nitrogen. Not because they're heavy feeders means that you're going in with all the nitrogen that you can find on them. Just mildly fertilize your cabbages and they will be good. That's it from Countrymarro. See you in the next one. This one was a short one. God bless you all. Have a great one. Be safe out there. Cheers.